Hey, and welcome back to the Talos Principle and Land of Faith. Today we are checking out the second list of puzzles, and just because I ended like here, I do know that the game doesn't actually always save. Just making sure that this is actually safe, that I got the upgrade last time, because for some reason I did that very late. So let's check out the second area. There's probably going to be a lot of reading to do. I'm looking forward to it, in a way. So let's see. Ooh.
My faith in you was not misplaced. You have learned much and shown great wisdom in these trials. The end of your journey lies close now. Do not falter, do not fear, and do not give in to temptation.
Oh, I'm always going to give in into temptation, you know? But first, purple please. Oh yes, I'm so purple. Oh, summer statues. I didn't actually pay attention to like a lot of stuff here when it came to like entering this area, but it's interesting. Like by a lot of stuff, I actually mean like those signs. I didn't actually know how many stars, for example, I need. There's only one apparently. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'm very curious about like the puzzles and stuff, but it is tradition here that we first read, and I also do see a certain serpent's eye in here that I would like to check out. But look at those portals. I don't know why. I really like how they look, especially like in the more medieval area here. And like, look at that. Can I open the door? What's that noise? What am I? Money, money, money? That's so relatable. Fork Parker, okay. I don't... What happens? Hey. Oh, there's a window here. That's... I guess the graph sure is growing. I don't know if that's like a specific reference I should be getting, but somebody's getting rich here. Okay. Also, second human we see, okay, like technically the first like very much human depicted human we see in this world. So let's just leave that. This is a very interesting place to be in. Oh, look at the lighting. It's so weird. Once again, I guess the lamp just turns on when I get close. I sure got some money. I do like the lamp and like how the whole effect works. Okay. Sometimes, you know, I am just so overloaded by those references to stuff that I don't get. It's probably even funnier if you know what this is all about. Can I go through other doors this way? No? That's so mean. You can't just, you know, do that once and then never again. I do know that there's like a lot of text. Okay, I just had like a glitchy sound there because I was looking at like multiple at once basically. Happens every once in a while. I call it like glitchy sounds, basically just like two sounds playing at the same time in a way. Anyway, let's first... What am I reading first? The short ones? Yeah, let's do that real quick. This is my sheep. Question. Suppose everything here serves a precise role in some grand scheme. How would we explain that? I mean... We are in a simulation, so this is technically possible, right? Like, that everything serves a purpose here. I don't know what the Easter eggs are for, though. You know? Nietzsche? It's obviously like a digital time capsule, an electric library of all the crazy stuff the humans ever did, left behind to warn other species to stay well away. I wouldn't really see that as a warning. Definitely time capsule. I mean, there were the audiobooks about that, how they work together to basically get everything together, so it could be remembered in part. How we exactly play into that, that's questionable at this point still, but yeah. So what happened to them? Like the humans? I don't know. I want to know, actually. I still believe it's like some sort of sickness, but I don't get it. Same thing that happens to everyone. They existed, and then they didn't. And they probably wouldn't do it all over again. Existing again? I mean, they probably would, though. I don't know, like, this is still the one mystery, and that is, like, what exactly led to human extinction. Again, I'm not saying that, like, I am thinking that it still has to be some sort of sickness. Because if it's something, like an asteroid, for example, destroying all of humanity, I feel like the technology would also be destroyed, unless they send all of this, what we are working on, like up in a satellite or so. Would at least give you like basically infinite solar power, right? Like if you're doing it right. But then why would you upload people into robots? Which still is my theory. I don't think, like, here's the thing. I have been so stuck on the theory that we are getting uploaded into robots at the end of the game that I don't actually remember what text exactly led me to that belief. So yeah, like, I still feel it's like some sort of sickness, and for some reason they couldn't defeat it. That's actually the more interesting thing about it. Why didn't they like research more to like stop it? Right? Like, I feel like developing medicine seems weirdly easier than transferring consciousness. Might just be me, like I'm not a doctor or like somebody working in the field of robotics, but I still feel like this is a more Herculean task. I was just kind of confused by this. So because we had like these statues all the time, right? Like, to my understanding, like all of these statues were like scanned into the world, which would actually explain why all of the statues that we had in the beginning don't have a head. It's basically just that there was only one statue scanned, and while this does lead to very high, I guess, texture fidelity, and it makes it look very nice, you are actually limited very much in like what kind of models you can have, which also kinda lends itself to the narrative of the game, interestingly enough. Because obviously, like if you're in a simulation, you wouldn't like simulate every single pillar as its own, right? I feel like you would do copy and paste, especially if like a lot of data that's already stored like takes up so much space. You don't want to waste it for like not that important stuff like specific trees, even though... Are those trees unique? Like, there are definitely enough here that they feel kind of unique. I don't see them turned the same way. I would have to look at like some very suspicious ones. Like this one kind of turns into two here, around that height. It could be the same one as this one, but this one has different leaves. What does it? Yeah, it does have different leaves, right? Even though the stem kind of looks similar. There's definitely enough change in there that I guess you can see the difference. Anyway, I'm talking about like wrong things here. I want to read. Do we get a conversation? No, we don't. We have some text about family and last days, though. This is going to be really interesting. I'm assuming that family has to do with like the one researcher who went away to spend times with his family. Same with last days. I wouldn't be surprised if that's at least related. So let's just start. It's an HTML page, so why not? For those of you who have faithfully followed this blog for the last 5 years, I just wanted to give you one final update. I'm going to spend my remaining time with my family. Yeah, I know. There are probably 50 plus posts about all the problems I've had with them, but in the end, they are my family. They are the people I grew up with, the people I care about, the people I love. Sure, they annoy the hell out of me. They've said awful things to me, and I've said awful things to them, but that doesn't change who they are and who we are. In fact, if we didn't care about each other, this stuff wouldn't upset us. Do I still think they were wrong? Yeah, absolutely. Would I behave differently if I thought we all still had a lot of time? Definitely. But we don't. So I'd rather spend a couple of weeks sitting on the porch with my parents and my sister than being angry and alone. Besides, it's not like we are going to fight about my job prospects anymore. If you can, try to make peace with those you love. That's your last chance. Thanks for reading. Definitely a thought. And actually know which blog, like we've read about like a blog. I feel like most of them were like by the same person, but we did also have like a foodie blog, I guess. I don't think they were like by the same person. I don't know why. I'm just making like some assumptions here. But yeah, like I see it somewhat, right? The people you grew up with, I guess everyone has like some issues with their family. I feel that's like kind of normal, just from the extent that you are kind of stuck with them for many years of your life. It would be kind of surprising if there were never any conflict between you and like siblings and parents. I feel that's kind of normal. It just kind of comes like with the territory of this closeness, as well as happens. Puberty happens at some point during a childhood or a child's development, and during that time, rationality is not really the thing on their mind necessarily. I remember that, but yeah. I'm personally not that big on like family for family's sake, right? Like I feel like there are definitely people that could be your family that you don't really necessarily have to make up with. But I'm assuming that in this case, the person just kind of reported about like his annoyances or like their annoyances. I don't know who wrote that actually. Their annoyances with their family, which is a natural thing, right? Like, who doesn't like complaining? Complaining is always fun, right? It's like a national sport here. So yeah, definitely some great last words. I feel like, if you are going to die anyway, I feel like a big part about that is not just the making up part, but it's also kind of, I guess, not thinking about it anymore like such a negative way, because like you have limited time. Do you really want to spend that stewing over past issues? I feel like if it's like too bad, right? Like if conflict resolution would take months of time, like obviously maybe you just forget it, right? Like maybe forget it, focus on something nicer. But if it's like, just complaining about like annoyances, in this case, they did say that it was just about like job prospects. Yeah, I feel like they don't matter anymore. I feel like this wouldn't come up in like discussions at that point. And this obviously is a rather hot topic for contention in a lot of families, I'm assuming. With what you can do and with how life goes, basically. I know, like, I've had my fair share of that in the past, so... And yeah, and obviously not all of that is like in your hands, basically. If there's like a job that you're either passionate for, that's just like really great, that you are really good at, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can, for example, make enough money to, I guess, live with that, or even get like a job at all, depending on like the job market. And it's not necessarily like your fault, right? And there's also like the generational thing. I'm assuming that like the story still plays, from what I remember, like in the 2000 somethings, right? Like at least like past 2000, which we have like PCs and stuff, right? Like parents of that generation also grew up like in different economic times, where especially getting a job kind of happened in quite a different way. Anyway, I don't think that this is like too surprising, but seeing that the last thoughts were like basically with their family is definitely something expected, I guess. Anyway, last days, EML. From Alan Jameson, Institute for Applied Neuromatics, to Fran, subject the last days. You know what the oddest thing is about all this? You're not constantly fighting, having nervous breakdowns, screaming at each other. We're actually really polite and focused, and we spend most of our time debating the nature of humanity and how we can best succeed at probably the most ambitious thing anyone's ever tried. Like it was completely normal. Like, that's just how people are. I feel like we've turned into Star Trek characters or something. I guess that's the point of doing anything else. Or like, what's the point of doing anything else? Getting angry isn't going to help, but I didn't expect to feel like this at all. And you know what? It's awesome. Many greetings and good luck, Alan. P.S. Love from George. Okay. I mean... yeah, I can see that. Wait. Alan Jameson. I would have to kind of check something real quick. I guess it's just like two very short texts. I did not expect that. Like normally we are sitting here for like a few hours. But who was it talked about this before? Who went home? Shoved out. Let me quickly find that also. Oh wait, this is the elevator hidden. This is like the outside. This is why the orders are kind of off here. Where was it? Second thesis. Norwegian Blue. By the way, I did look up where that came from. It's like a Monty Python sketch, which is funny because I actually did watch the what's it called? Was it Flying Circus? It's been so many years since I last watched it, but like I did actually watch bits of that, and I feel like I had seen that sketch, which is kind of funny that I didn't remember that one. Anyway, this is by Rob McLean though, so it's someone else actually. Where were we? Last days. This is by Alan Jameson. What's the last time that we heard anything from Alan Jameson? Like in the beginning, was it Ian? We had like a list of like all the people in there. Yeah, no. Talos Principle is just about Daedalus, yeah. Team leads, was it here? Scenario module, okay. I don't think we've read a lot about them before, which is interesting. Huh. I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay, interesting to know. Comparatively simple text. Now I'm kind of confused. Do I want to cut the episode here and then puzzle next time? Do you just want to run around and explore something? It's kind of too short of an episode. I did not expect this. This never happens in this game. I'm gonna quickly see if I can like escape this place. I know it sounds like kind of weird, but this seems like a rather limited area, right? Like normally we have like a little bit more space outside of that one time in the Egyptian area where we also were like kind of entrapped. But I am just kind of surprised that this is such a small area. I should probably also look up. Maybe that's like... Huh? Heard a noise? Oh. Elohim is inconsistent. I don't trust him. The yes man doesn't trust him. That's something I did not expect, actually. But yeah, I have like other reasons why I don't trust Elohim, but you know, we talked about how I don't want to be as mean to him. I just love that you can hear the laughter through that. It's such a stupid thing. Okay, let's check like the last hill. I guess there's nothing here. Okay, how about we do one puzzle? Let's see if I can find the easiest puzzle that doesn't have... Oh, just stepping on some graves, you know, as you do. I wanted to say, how about we do like the easiest puzzle, or like the puzzle that looks the easiest, which would normally be one... I don't want to use like the new contraption yet. I want to figure that one out when I have like a lot of time. So let's see, maybe there's like one where I don't need it. There are like a lot of graves here. Like logistically, I don't like this area because it kind of implies that there's no way in or out of this area unless you went through like a puzzle, which is quite unlike the other ones. But that's just me, you know, just complaining about the world building of this very fictional scenario in this fictional world of fictionalness. This one doesn't have it, so let's do that one. That's probably an easy one. His cemetery. Oh, here's another thing that I only learned like at some like. I say like relatively recently, but like the difference between a cemetery and a graveyard is basically just whether a church is attached. And I think the cemetery was like the one that needs a church attached, and the graveyard can be everywhere, or like anywhere. I don't know. It was something like that. It's just like a lot of stuff that I learned about like the world and stuff. I funnily enough only learned by like world building for like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, or like Pathfinder, as I play that one more these days. But like, you know, fantasy kind of, I guess, role-playing games, mainly because it has like to do with a lot of game design. And it's like also doubly funny because like I do play them in German, right, with my friends. So why am I even learning about like English language concepts? Okay, I have to stop you too. Okay, that's good to know. I just wanted to bring that up as a small note. Just in case you didn't know that, because here's the next thing. There are like so many things, linguistically speaking, that I don't know even about my own language. Things that I have never even thought about. I remember that it's like, there are like certain endings in the German language, for example, and that's like a really random story, that always show that something is a noun, basically. And I remember, this one class, it was like in 11th or 12th grade. It's like at the very end of my school career, I'm gonna call it. Okay, why can't I use the connector anywhere? I feel like I'm missing something obvious. How do I reach this room? Did I just miss like a door? Also, you guys are just the bumpers, right? Like, I can't stop you. I need like... Okay, I can just go over here. That makes it so much easier, actually. But yeah. Basically, that was kind of mentioned. And the teacher just basically went like, I don't know how he came to that, and we were trying to figure something out, and then was like, oh yeah, because of the difference between like those 3 endings or something like that, and everyone in class, even like the ones that had like A's everywhere, basically went, wait, there's difference between them, and she just went, yeah, you should have learned that in like, I don't know, 6th grade or something like that, and I was like, no, we never learned that. I don't know, like, I probably should have googled it back then, but I wasn't like that interested in linguistics. Okay, now the question is, how do I put this? I should probably just time you right, like, if I bump you here, then I can at least time you in a way where the connector should work, right? Yeah, basically it's just like such a small thing, which meant that no one in my class knew about like this fact, and nobody learned it at that day. Because learning, that's not where you go to school. Interesting topics, but I do kind of understand it, right? Like, we didn't have the time because we were in 12th grade, right? Like, we had something else in the curriculum to do. It's just rather fascinating that our teacher basically went, well, screw you guys, you have to learn it for yourself. Yeah, good old times in school. Okay, I also have to connect you. I don't know if I have like enough time. I probably don't have enough time. Like, if I just do like this connection here. Yeah, you're definitely not quick enough. Yeah, can expect it as much. I guess I need a box then. Maybe you are actually high enough. Maybe I'm overthinking this, right? Like, what if I just put you here and put you on top? Are you high enough that you can not get blocked? You don't block it. That's nice. But you still block that piece. Maybe if I put you on top of here? I know the game doesn't really want me to do that, but... Okay, so sometimes you interrupt it, huh? That's so weird. Like, the game is sometimes a bit inconsistent about, like, some mechanics. But I can open this for brief moments. Huh, this is already the end? I feel like I missed 50% of the puzzle, didn't I? Huh. Maybe I didn't. Maybe this was just such an easy puzzle. I mean, I wanted like an easy puzzle, so I shouldn't be complaining, but still weird. Okay, you are blocked again. I'm just gonna go around. I feel like I broke something, because it doesn't seem like it's consistently working. And that's like the thing that bothers me most. Also, what about this? I do have 2 connectors now. I should be able to reach that one. Maybe this is where the star is hanging out? Something like that. I just need this door to open. Go outside. And connect like that. And we can just connect to you. That's probably easy enough. The only issue is that you are in the way. And you take quite some time. Okay, that's not an issue though. I can just remove this block and put you here. Okay, let's see. Maybe, just maybe, there's another box here. Okay, I feel like the other box would have made the puzzle easier, but I don't need it. Well, I guess I kind of broke the puzzle. I'm not complaining. I could have probably figured it out. Like, once I got the second box, just like I did here, I could have just put 2 boxes on there and it would have all worked. I am not too worried about like figuring that out later. But in any case, we did read something today, and we did manage to go through one puzzle and have had a small anecdote about the German language, apparently. In any case, let's just end it here. And I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.